Good afternoon. This is Negleatha, Dr. J. Johnson. Just coming to you, just want to share a couple of things with you that I think is important. I was raised in a family that believed that gratitude is always in order. Saying thank you is always in order. My mother, Ida Mae Jones, whenever she would receive a gift or anyone would do anything for her, I remember her pulling out her thank you notes, sending a note, putting a stamp on it, putting it in the mailbox to say thank you shortly after that deed of kindness had been shown to her. And so I want to do the same. I want to make sure that I follow in Mama's footsteps when it comes to saying thank you. So that's what I'm here for. If you were listening to WHUR on yesterday, which was Sunday at about 10:50, then you heard a song that I will be releasing officially on May 27th. The song is called Overwhelmed 2. That means there was an overwhelmed 1. I just personally wanted to thank Jacquie Gales Webb, who is an amazing on-air personality with WHUR. Her station, her program rather, goes from 8 o'clock a.m. to 11 o'clock a.m., 8 a.m. to 11 o'clock a.m. every Sunday morning, 96.3. You can listen on your radio in your car or wherever you listen to your radio, or you can listen to it online. So I wanted to send a personal note just to say thank you, Jacquie Gales Webb, for playing Overwhelmed 2 on yesterday. It was just a gift from God, and how I have thanked him ever since I heard that intro playing for Overwhelmed 2 on yesterday. Let me tell you a little bit about Overwhelmed 2, just so you get a sense of why this is so important to me. One, Overwhelmed 1 was released on my very first CD, which was called A Life Poured Out. That was in 1996. Overwhelmed 1, but it was just called Overwhelmed, is on that CD. And I thought over the years, I don't know, I'll just let it be. But 2020, it became clear that I needed to do a refresh. And so I partnered with Marcus Johnson, who is an amazing human being, first of all, an amazing husband and father, and a wonderful musician and producer. So he and I worked it out, and we recorded Overwhelmed 2. I wanted to do Overwhelmed 2 because I wanted to celebrate my mother's life. Mama would have been 100 years old had she lived this past March 29th. March 29th of 2022 would have been her 100th birthday. She would have loved Overwhelmed 2 because we are pumping it up, and she loved to pump it up. We've got a tambourine going in there, and those of you who know her know that Mama would have her tambourine at church pretty much every Sunday. Maybe a little rhythmically challenged, but that's all right. She had her tambourine going. So anyway, I did Overwhelmed to celebrate the life and the legacy of Ida Mae Jones. Secondly, Overwhelmed 2 celebrates a style of music that I believe is just falling by the wayside, kind of a little bit of a traditional gospel sound, but we've added some new school to the old school for Overwhelmed 2. So we wanted to just kind of remind people that we have a tradition of music that is being lost, and I wanted to wake us back up in terms of that style. I also know that many of us have been in Funky Town since 2020 with COVID. Overwhelmed 2 will set your soul ablaze. It is a song of joy, and it will uplift your spirit. So I thought, you know what can I do? What can my contribution be to help us all to get across this bridge? So those are the reasons why I want to do kind of a refresh as it relates to Overwhelmed 2. Thank you for that word, Janine. So let me just send some shout outs to some people who either prayed with us, prayed for us, sent in a note of one kind of or the other in support of Overwhelmed 2. So I wanted to say thank you to Anthony Jefferson, Vince Dumas, Sarita Thompson, Ida Alexander, Lisa Pierce Grant, Tracy Scott, Pamela Vines, Kathy Russell, Joyce Butler, Lord Marshall, Kim Johnson, Tacolia Reeves, Gail Garvin, Pamela Donaldson, Phyllis Imes, Janine Payne, Marcia High, Cynthia Burke, and her wonderful daughter, Candace Edwards, Shelia Vanor Buford, Brenda Wilson, Bria Adams, Dale Savage, Maddie Miles, Marshall Wallace, Linzer Tynes, Tony Goins, Lakeithia Chapman, Lucian and Geraldine Gray, Stacy Rogers, Terry Dove, Nicole Washington, Deborah Tompkins Johnson, V. Willis, Tony and Danielle Craddock, the members of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, of which I am a proud and active member. My chapter is Zeta Chi Omega. Thank you for your prayers and for the shout outs. We are led very effectively by Crystal Lander. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Aretha Cunningham and Veronica Jackson, who are in charge of our music committee for Zeta Chi Omega. I also want to send a thank you to our regional director and all of the people in our region, the marvelous Mid-Atlantic region, Jennifer King Congleton, and so many other sisters and sorors in Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. My family, my husband, Jimmy Johnson, who after 40 years is still such an amazing man that I thank God for. Our one and only child, daughter, Zanita, and her husband, Joshua, and so many others that I probably have forgotten. Please don't shoot me. Don't send me any emails. Just continue to pray. Do know that Overwhelmed 2 will be available on May 27th. On all of your digital outlets. We are not doing it in CD form, at least not right now. And I don't know if we are, but at least not now. So please go to Spotify and iTunes and all of those places where you buy your music digitally. It'll be available on May 27th. Additionally, between now and May 27th, as well as a little bit beyond, we'll be releasing some things on social media, something we're doing called the makings of Overwhelmed 2. And so we'll have some pictures and some videos just capturing the process of making this song that we think will be fun and we think you will enjoy. We got something special coming up on July 30th, but we'll talk about that later. I'm inviting you to follow me on social media, on Instagram, and even TikTok. I joined TikTok. And so somebody, please help me to know what I'm doing with social media. But I am there and trying to be more present and trying to provide more content. YouTube as well. I'm available on these social mediums, either at Negleatha or Negleatha Johnson. I ask that you please just pray for me and everything that we're doing in this season. God is moving us to the next level. And we are bent and being very intentional about not letting him down as he moves us and pushes us. We are indeed doing a new thing. God bless you. Take care. Thank you again for your support.